Hello, welcome to Bob's Dungeon. My name's Bob, I'll be your host. And anybody that knows me or anybody that's watched the channel for a while will know that I'm a fan of horror. One of the aspects of horror that I kind of like is the whole zombie thing. Something that people do when they watch zombie films, either in their head afterwards or discussing with their friends, is they talk about what's referred to as their zombie plan. And what that is where you go over in your mind what you would do in the zombie apocalypse scenario, how you'd survive, where you'd get your supplies, where you'd go, that kind of thing. And the unfortunate part isn't that in everybody's mind their plan is destined to succeed and they know what they're doing and it works out for them. The truth is, your plan's not going to work. You're all going to die. That's just the whole zombie thing. But in today's video, we're going to talk about a game in which you can experience the zombie apocalypse and see how well you do. We're going to talk about Dead Rain. This book has 224 pages and a copyright of 2008. This is the first printing of the book, and it was published by Palladium Games. All of the artwork in this book is in black and white, and it's pretty decent. So let's go ahead and look at that artwork. This is the first picture we see when we open the book. And all of the artwork in this book is in black and white. And it's pretty decent artwork as well. Even though Palladium has a history of reusing artwork throughout their various books, this one pretty much has all new artwork made specifically for this book. And it does a very good job of setting a proper tone and mood for this game. And oh my god, I think I found Zombie Beefus in this game. To play this game, what you're going to need is, of course, a copy of this core rulebook and a full set of dice. A full set of dice containing a 20-sided die, a 12-sided die, preferably two 10-sided dice for rolling both percentiles and tens, an 8-sided die, a 6-sided die, and a 4-sided die. And the rules in this book, it uses the Palladium system, so anybody that knows Palladium system kind of already has a firm grasp on how this works. First thing we'll talk about is character creation. It uses the standard Palladium system character creation. You have 8 attributes, which are intelligence quotient, mental endurance, mental affinity, physical strength, physical prowess, physical endurance, physical beauty, and speed. You determine these by rolling 3 6-sided dice and adding them together, and then you place them in the attributes. Now, if one of your rolls should wind up a 16, a 17, or an 18, then you get to roll a 4th 6-sided die and add that to the total. If that 4th die rolls a 6, then you add it to the total and you get to roll a 5th 6-sided die and add that to the total. But that's the cap. That's your starting cap for your character. Whether you roll a 6 on that 5th die or not, that's it. Now, you can alter your physical attributes, your physical strength, physical endurance, and so forth, through the use of physical skills, and it talks about them in the skills section. And after you have your attributes, you'll figure up your hit points. And your hit points are equal to your starting physical endurance plus a 1d6 roll. Every time you gain a level in this game, you add 1d6 to your hit points. You also have what is referred to as SDC, or Structural Damage Capacity. And this is extra damage your character can take before he starts taking damage to the hit points. The SDC is kind of like superficial stuff, cuts, bruises, and abrasions. And the hit points are your broken bones, internal bleeding, ruptured organs, that kind of thing. And to determine your starting SDC, you roll a 1d10 and add 12 to it. Now, your your STC can be altered further through the use of physical skills and character creation. After you get that figured out, you pick a class. The classes in this game are referred to as OCCs, Occupational Character Class. And they are the Half-Living, the Houndmaster, the Reaper, the Scrounger, the Shepherd of the Damned, the Soldier, and the Survivor. Survivor is also considered an ordinary person. Now there is another OCC called the Death Priest. And it's a class that's written up specifically to be built as an NPC. The way it's built, you can use it as a player character class, but in the book it strongly suggests that it is only used for NPCs. So that part's on you. After that, you pick an alignment. The alignments in this book are the same as in all Palladium books. You have 3 core alignments: good, selfish, and evil. And they are broken up into smaller categories, which are, for good, you have principled and scrupulous. For selfish, you have unprincipled and anarchist. And for evil, you have aberrant, miscreant, and diabolic. And those are your attributes. The finishing touches on your character will be determining his skills, special abilities, starting equipment, and everything like that. And all this stuff is given to you through the OCC you pick. And it'll give you selections on the different skills you can pick and stuff. And that's pretty much it for character creation. This book uses the same rules that are present in all Palladium books, meaning that when you go to perform a skill, your skills have a percentile attached to them, so you roll a percentile die, and which is the 2d10. And if you score equal to or under, you succeed. Anything over, you fail. The cap on your skills is 98. You cannot take a skill past 98%, because there's always room for error. And that's how you use your skills. In combat, you roll a d20, and if you roll a 5 or better, you hit. However, the characters can wear armor that will give them a higher AC, and they have, on the 20-side die, you have to beat that in order to score a hit on the character. If not, you still hit, you still do damage, but all the damage is done to the armor. So that's pretty nifty. And then each attack has its own damage. There are several different types of hand-to-hand combat in this game to give you certain different statistics depending on what you choose. And that's pretty nifty. The book itself is set up a little bit differently than other Palladium games. Other Palladium games usually put character creation right up front before diving into anything else. And in this book, they put the character creation in the back and everything else towards the front. So it's set up a little bit differently, but it's all right. It goes into several different scenarios for what started the zombie apocalypse, and you can either pick one and go with that, or use all of them as rumors and possibilities. It's up to you on how you want to run it. It goes into different areas that your characters may encounter, such as urban areas, rural areas, big city, whatever. And does a good job of laying it out and how dangerous each of them are, and gives you some pointers on how to find things while the zombies are running around trying to eat you. And believe it or not, according to this book, the safest place you could possibly be, cemetery. It explains it in here, and it's pretty good how it explains it. But that's pretty nifty. It has a chart that you roll a percentile on, and each number on the percentile gives a different scenario to inspire the game master to create a story. So that's pretty neat. It's got several different types of zombies you can run into, such as the slouchers, the crawlers, the fast attack zombies, the flesh-eating zombies, the thinker zombies, the pattern zombies, and the mock zombies. Other than zombies, it does give a couple of other dangers that you can run into, such as the retro savages and the death cults, and it gives you a few different death cults you could throw out your players. Has a section on equipment and how to scrounge equipment and barter and stuff. And it's got, like I said, some scenarios to create adventures for the game. It's got a blank character sheet in the back that you can photocopy and use. And all in all, it's a pretty decent game. Which brings me to 3 questions. Would I play a character in this game? And I'm going to have to say, yes, I would. I like horror. I definitely like zombies. I would absolutely play a character in this game. Would I run this game? Again, and the most enthusiastic, yes. Because, once again, I like zombies, I like horror, and if I could find players for it, I would definitely play. I'd definitely run it. And would I recommend this game? If you like Palladium or zombies, then yes, I would recommend it. This book does well on its own, and because it's Palladium, you can insert it into any other Palladium game that you want. Beyond the Supernatural, Rifts, even TMNT. And it gives rules in there, some suggestions, to fit them into the other Palladium games, which is very cool. So that's pretty much all I got to say for Dead Rain right now. Thank you for joining me at a look at this book, and hopefully you'll join me next time where we'll talk about something else. Bye.